All right. Just waiting for YouTube to activate. Make sure I'm muted. Perfect. This is a new instrumental that I have put together for a good friend of mine, Samson Luce, I believe, the Water Shaman. And yeah, he's a rapper. So he's going to be doing some freestyle rap over this instrumental. All right, welcome to What If Wednesday, everybody. Okay, yeah. So What If Wednesday? What if is all about? I basically stole this from the coaching program that I was in called Enlifted. So I enlifted it from them. So it's all about anybody that hasn't been on the show before or listened to the show before or watched it. It's taking the usual brain activity of when you wake up and go, oh, like for me, it's like it's middle of April right now. It's still snowing here in Edmonton, typical Alberta weather that way. And just going like, oh, what if the roads are really crappy today? What if there's a bunch of accidents? Like, what if I'm late for work? And, your brain generally likes to run through these what ifs of all the worst case scenarios. And I think it's like it's a way for your brain to like either prep you for worst case scenario or it's maybe learned behavior to a degree. Take out maybe it's learned behavior to a degree, and things of this nature, right? So what if the good stuff? What if we and this is what Megan, the other co-host on the show here, who's not here obviously today, mentions is like a positivity push-up. It's like reframing or retraining your brain to think of the what ifs of the positivity, and then that sticks in your brain, and then your reticular activating system, which is the part of your brain that filters out everything else and looks and filters into whatever you're basically feeding it, right? So the best easiest way to picture what the reticular activating system does or is like if you buy a car and then all of a sudden you see that car everywhere, right? It's not like there was any more of that same car or less, right? It's just the fact that it's in your head and now your brain is like filtering out everything else. So the reticular activating system comes in to do that. So we are going to be working on that today. So we're just going to I'm going to what if like 8 or 10 things that come to my mind. Megan's a lot more concise with these. I tend to get a little bit rambly because I want to give like context and all that, but I'll try and be as concise as I can. So what if Wednesday, here we go. So what if the Edmonton Oilers continue to win, even though there's a bunch of tricky games they have coming up, and get a very solid placement in the upcoming NHL playoffs? So what if the Oilers do great for the rest of the season? What if the Toronto Blue Jays continue to be a top contender in the AL East? So those are just sport ones. Get those out of the way. What if the weather changes and we get plus 20 by next weekend when I come home from Vancouver? What if the travel to Vancouver, first time I've flown in over 2 years, just goes super smooth, super chill. All the flights are on time, get there in time. What if there's beautiful spring weather in Vancouver? What if the meditation plant medicine retreat that I'm on is like life changing? What if it just really is exactly what I needed at this point in time? What if I am able to reconcile a lot of my, personal baggage that I've had for years since dating back to my childhood? What if this meditation retreat and these plant medicine ceremonies help me release and forgive and move on in a very, very positive way so I can help as many people as I can? What if I can help 1,000 people this year, directly or indirectly? What I mean by indirectly, what if I can help clients so much that when they go back to their family life, they're able to then help their families or be the best person for their families, and that's inspiring to their families, and then indirectly I'm helping a bunch of people as well. So what if I like all that stuff so far. What if I get to spend a lot of time at the ocean when I'm down in Vancouver. I'll be right next to Jericho Beach. So what if I spend 3 hours a day at Jericho Beach when I go down to Vancouver? What if this is a nice wet spring, so it's good for the farmers? What if it's a nice wet spring, so there's way less of a forest fire season in British Columbia and Alberta, specifically British Columbia? What if global warming is not as a big a factor as it has been in the last couple of years for all the seasons? And what if what if we all do our part to help with the whole global warming thing? And what if we can catch it before it's too late? What if we get a family of blue jays living in the tree? Right now there's some magpies, but what if the blue jays come and bribe the magpies to go like a couple houses down, and then we get a family of blue jays outside? And finally, what if this YouTube channel goes up to 1,000 subscribers? We're in 3 digits now, so that's great. So what if the YouTube channel goes up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer? And what if I have 2 successful coaching programs? I'm running 2 coaching programs coming up, the beta version of my program called Recovery Roadmap. What if I can get 2 of those going on, and 2 groups of 5 people? So 10 overall people for these groups. Oh, and what if my new podcast, Beyond Recovery, ends up in the upper echelon? I'm going to say the top 10 in alternative health by the end of the summer as well. So yeah, I think that's it for today. What if Wednesday? There it is. I challenge you. Anybody who wants to come on the show, this is a really fun thing to do. We did it with a big group on our March 30th live coaching session that Megan and I did. And it was great. We went, I think there's 12 people that did a what if to end off our event. And it was really cool. So that is What If Wednesday. Thank you. Have a great day. And we will see you tomorrow.